Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you a custom tenor size Ken Franklin ukulele, made all the way in. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. Ukiah, California. I'm not even sure where that is, but so we got a California ukulele right here in my hands, and I played quite a few Ken Franklins before, so this is definitely not a stranger to me. On this one, we have a pretty cool sound hole, and because we have the sound hole in this kind of orientation, the bracing is very interesting. So there's all different types of bracing. We have fan bracing, we have X bracing, we have lattice bracing, all these kasha bracing, all these kind of different things. But because of the orientation of the sound hole, meaning it's kind of coming down, it's not, usually up here or another kind of orientation. Because it comes so far down, we actually have an X bracing, which I'm a big fan of. I love the sound and tone that you get from X bracing, but essentially you can imagine there's like a small little X that's right here on the bottom of the instrument. Usually if the sound holes right here, you'll have more like a bigger X bracing, but you have it kind of right here. So I think that's pretty unique, and I can see it right here through this side sound port. I can look right here, so it's like bam bam right there. So unique setup with the bracing, beautiful Engelmann spruce semi-oiled finish here all around the ukulele, and then we even have a very hard to see pickguard right here, especially with my lighting. Almost it's blends in seamlessly with the ukulele, but nice little pickguard right here so you can't scratch your instrument. And then we have rosewood binding on the top and back, paired beautifully with this flame myrtle. Really nice. I love the curls and how it's not really straight on like that. It actually kind of comes upwards a little bit, so it looks really cool, almost like it's kind of coming up in like a teepee or like a house little fashion. So it looks really cool in the back, very striking. And then like I mentioned earlier, we have that side sound port, so you can allow the instrument to breathe a little more, and also you have some of that sound spillage coming through your face, so you can hear what the instrument sounds like without having to be in front of the instrument itself. And then we have ebony bridge fretboard, and then we also have more of that flame myrtle here on the headstock, as well as the back plate of the headstock. Nice gold toe silver and black UPT planetary tuners, and then Alaskan yellow cedar neck satin finish. Very just nice stuff overall. One thing to note is also there is a radius fretboard with these evil gold frets, and I love the gold frets that matches that yellow Engelmann spruce. But one thing to note that I want to mention, that this instrument is really light. I just love how there's almost like no weight to it. So when you have a thinner or lighter built instrument, you can really take advantage of, well, not only is it just really light to hold when you're playing it, but you'll get in a way more projection because the wood is not as dense used to construct the instrument on the front, back, and sides. So you'll have like a snappier kind of sound. So it helps with projection, and it helps make the instrument louder because again, it's lighter. The wood's not as dense. It's not soaking up all of that sound. It's just bam, just projecting it forward. So when I play this instrument, it's really loud and it has a lot of projection. And I like how a lot of the sound is like right here. There's just a lot of power, especially like that E string. It's very pronounced, but that G string and that C string, very loud. And again, just a lot of projection because of how lightly the instrument is built. But you have a nice sweet tone when you combine the E and the A, and I'm playing these double notes. Like, listen to that vibrato and the sustain. Just really sweet. Really sweet. When I play the chords up here, you get a nice loud pronounced sound. Again, listen to that projection. Just for the room we're in, it really fills the room. Usually when you start playing up the fretboard around the 7th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, you kind of start losing volume, because if you think about it, when you're borrowing the 9th fret, you only have this much of the string vibrating or ringing to create a sound. So the fact that, wow, you can get this much volume. I'm on the, 12th, 10th, and 9th fret. Like, I'm barely playing it, and it's so loud, so much projection. Now you can take it as it is in terms of, it's loud. If it's too loud, is it a bad thing, or do I want a softer instrument? The thing is, when you have a loud instrument, if you play softer, you can really take advantage of the full volume. Like you can, play at a 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Like if you really want to bang at the instrument, it has the capabilities and the capacity and the ceiling and the headroom to go ahead and just rock out on this. But if you play really delicately, someone like me, I usually kind of play on the 2-3 spectrum. I play really soft or light, so for me, especially because I'm a light player, I get so much projection and volume, and I don't even have to play. I'm barely playing the instrument, just being really relaxed, but I get such a nice tone out of the instrument. If I wanted to dig into it, I can, if I need that kind of energy. But I just love that with this instrument being lightly built, and there's just so much volume and projection, you can have a really fun time with trying to experiment with the volumes that you can get from playing your instrument. That goes both for strumming as well as for doing fingerstyle, or just picking with the flesh, picking with the nail. So just beautiful stuff. That low G really helps capture that lower end response. Again, those top 2 strings, that E is very pronounced, and then that A is just beautiful vibrato. Very clean. So sweet. It just, the 2 strings really do a good job meshing together and combining sounds. Really sweet. So let's go ahead and jump into a sound sample. Here we go. So right there, I tried to showcase how I can play really light but also really dig into the instrument. And just like I was saying earlier, like you can play really soft and then play really loud. You can really encapsulate a lot of the volume. You can play at a 1, 2, and then really try to bring out 7 or 8 and just have so much different colors and tonal properties with this instrument. When an instrument gives so much like this, it's a lot easier to kind of do what you need to do to get a certain kind of sound out of it. So this instrument is pretty phenomenal in that sense. So here's a little bit of strumming. Again, because it's so loud, you can really just